This is the Digital Savage Experience Podcast, hosted by Roman Prokopchuk, bringing you all things digital marketing, tech, business, and motivation. What's stopping you from becoming relentless in all aspects of life? Are you ready to become a digital savage? Let's get into today's episode.
Everyone, this is Roman Prokopchuk, and this is a Digital Savage Experience, episode 25, Networking Like a Boss. So everyone wants to grow their network, be highly sought after in terms of what they do or what they want to accomplish, and just kind of build those accolades over time. But not everybody does what needs to be done to do so. One major step in achieving your goals and your dreams in life is having a solid network. Obviously, the foundations of those, or the network itself, is your family, your friends, those close to you. But that has to expand in the professional sense. And some of those professional expansions will obviously turn into future personal ones as well. So, best way to do that? Networking. 2018, so many opportunities to network, so many ways to reach people or get to people that you may not necessarily have had the opportunity to do so without paying tens of thousands of dollars 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. So already this year I've met a bunch of influential people that I aspire to get to their level, people that push me with their content and their actions and their achievements in business. You know, people that currently have net worths of 9, 10 figures, and I was able to get through and kind of penetrate the invisible field around them that people think, oh, I can't get to this person, in terms of talking to them, discussing business, how, you know, they've motivated you, creating a conversation for possible future collaborations, you know, getting quick photo opportunities for social media coverage and other usage, but it's quite easy. I met several people already this year, and most of which were free events, totally free, just me getting to the place and sitting there listening, and another added bonus, basically, obviously, networking with the people there, like-minded individuals in most cases. So it's really been cool and really been something to see in terms of all the rewards that are coming out of it. So one thing I did about a year and a half ago is created a document to document all the events that I want to go to, where they are, date, time, link to the sign up, are they paid or are they free, and then color coded in terms of, do I really want to go? Do I kind of go and don't care if I don't? Or that it really doesn't matter to me? So that was kind of my first start. After that, I kind of created a list of people that I wanted to meet, and why I wanted to meet them, how soon I needed to meet them if it was urgent, and where possibly could I meet them. Do I know where they play a pickup basketball game? Do I know what their favorite sports team is that I can bump into them there? Do they host a meetup? Do they have a company, and are they frequently in the office that is open to the public? Are they speaking somewhere? All these things could be possible, all these scenarios, and a lot of the times it's easier than you think. So I've met a bunch of people already, co-founders of, you know, Fortune 100 companies that have been acquired for tens of billions of dollars, and it's been pretty amazing to see where when you only put some effort into something, it starts materializing into, you know, something bigger. So definitely step one, just put it in your head that you're going to go to 1 or 2 things a month. This is the value that it needs to add for you, and then find the right people in terms of people that can get you there. Other than that, it's just persistence. Places like Eventbrite, Meetup.com. If you're in marketing or tech, there's a lot of huge communities in terms of specific disciplines in marketing meetups, as well as your local tech meetups. And if you're close to a bigger city, you may have to go into that bigger city for some of the bigger groups or bigger events. But your small city or county should still have some relevant things in terms of Chamber of Commerce and that kind of thing as well. So if you are in a smaller geo, it may be a little tougher, but don't hang your head down. You still have a lot of stuff, a lot of potential in your area. So meet all the people within your area and then expand that way. Once you've established a solid network within your area, spread. But other than that, a lot of people want to meet their mentors, want to meet famous people, and that's all well and good. But your local business person or the person that's did it what you want to do, those are very important as well. So let's say you're in year one of your career out of college, you're working for a company, but you want to do what you're doing for yourself. Find somebody that had the exact same scenario, that they went to college, they worked for someone with whatever you do, then jumped, got the experience, started their own business, and how they did it. They may be, 5 years down the line further than you, 10 years down the line further than you. But at some point, they already lived what you're trying to live. They've experienced all the pros and the cons, all the successes and failures. So getting in touch with them and maybe even simply buying them coffee or adding some kind of value. If they do one thing and you do another thing really well, offer them that other thing free of charge. If they can sit down with you for an hour and you can pick their brain, what's been pain points in their process or their journey, and how you can basically maybe bypass that or learn from that, so you can navigate around all those kind of landmines to be more successful and be more successful faster. So, but a lot of it, then again, is also common sense. So you have to have some kind of people skills as well. If you're going to go somewhere and you're shy, that's fine. You can still get out there. Then go with a friend that you're comfortable with in social settings. Maybe they're more social. And then, tackle it as a tag team. It's easier with two people. A lot of the times, I'll go with colleagues. I'll go with friends that are interested in the same thing I am. I'll go with my brother. It's a lot easier to interact with other people when you're coming at it in a group. 2 people, 3 people. If you have more in common, the conversations can go a lot smoother. But that's just me. You have to try what works for you. So this week, actually, I went to 2 events. One event was an e-commerce networking event in Tao in Manhattan, hosted by Walmart.com, Jet.com, and Shoes.com. A lot of professionals, a lot of things that I need as well, because it was mainly focused on engineering, tech, and marketing. So the engineering component, I'm always on the hunt for good engineers in terms of app developers and different technologists that, if I have a project that comes along that needs a professional like that, I'm always happy to refer. Other things, just be on the lookout for people like recruiters, people that have some kind of influence in the company or the people hosting an event, to really make a good impression, introduce yourself, keep your name top of mind, and just be there. Just be present and shine. That's the easiest recommendation I can really give. And the second event was actually on Wednesday of this week, July 12th. Actually, it was on Thursday. Wow. Okay. It was on Thursday. Never mind. It was on Thursday. in Newark, New Jersey. Leaders Create Leaders, hosted by Gerard Adams. I already went to one of the events. It was a Leaders Create Leaders live series in Newark, New Jersey. There are 4 of them starting in May, and the last one just ended July 12th, Thursday. And covering all range of topics for entrepreneurs, hosted by Gerard Adams, like I said. Really good entrepreneur, mentor to millennials. So his kind of copywritten phrase is the Millennial Mentor. Cool dude, got to meet him, got to take a few pictures, talk a little bit. And I mean, it's all about that. It's also surrounding yourself in situations that have people that have kind of the same goals and are like-minded. Because if you surround yourself with people that, don't elevate who they are and try to become more and constantly learn and have similar goals, then that may drag you down. If you're going to places where people just are miserable, complain about their jobs, but don't do anything about it, blow their money every weekend, don't invest, don't have any long-term plan, then that eventually is going to wear you down. Where you may be this hungry person for success, entrepreneur, or in a corporate world, well, now you just are fine with skating by and anything goes. So be mindful of that as well. Also, try to mix up the kind of events you go to, because obviously different events, different topics attract different crowds, and you can actually learn a lot from any crowd. And I would encourage you to do so, even if it's not in the field that you're focusing on or want to focus on. You can still learn a lot, and it's actually an interesting exercise. So for smaller stuff, I would join on meetup.com, your local meetups related to what you want to do, what you want to be, or where you think your clients would come from. So if you have just a general huge group of local people, maybe you're a real estate agent. There are a lot of real estate agents and financial professionals and lawyers in many meetups that I've attended. Fairly general ones, something like mixers or networking events that are broad, or after-work socials. That's kind of a good spot, but not really targeted. I mean, I recommend maybe once a month, once every 3 months, going to something like that if you're just starting off. Then you have your industry-specific meetups or events, let's say like New York Tech Meetup, Princeton Tech Meetup, LA Tech Meetup. Those usually have a lot of members. A lot of the time have a lot of startups and different companies come pitch. You can meet a lot of people, influential people, recruiters, executives that can possibly help you on your journey as well. And then kind of the third tier is a little bit more rare. So higher profile events, conferences, different shows, different live tapings, things of that nature, with people that usually have achieved a lot in business or in their personal life. So a lot of the things that I've been to, they've achieved in terms of business several exits already. Companies that they've built from the ground up, investments that they've made that have materialized 100-fold or more, or even, greater things as well. And people that have had considerable exits, a lot of which are currently worth, 9 or 10 figures. Some, 7, 8, which obviously isn't anything to frown upon, but you measure your level of success. Don't let society measure your level of success and who you hang out with, what you're trying to accomplish, because you are kind of attracting people every day, like-minded people. They see them by your actions, by what you're focusing on, what you're interested in, And if you're kind of giving off the wrong vibe, like you just want to chill out and be a bum and not do anything and not persevere or persist, then you're going to attract those people, you know. Misery loves company, but hustle loves company too. Unfortunately, a lot of people drop off when they're in the hustle or when they're in the game, when they're trying to grind. Eventually, it can put a toll on you. That's another important thing of networking. You need a support system of people that understand what you're going through. I mean, that kind of network can help you in terms of if you're ready to quit and just you're depleted, somebody that you've met that's in a similar situation with similar interests that wants to get to the similar places in terms of professional and personal goals, they can basically hold you up and say, hey man, hey dude, hey girl, hey woman, hey whoever, it's alright. I'm experiencing the same things. Things are going to happen like this. Let's call it a day for today and pick it up tomorrow, recharge. Let's go away for the weekend. Let's just clear our heads, get some rest, and keep it moving. Because if you're going to do it alone, you're going to be, pessimistic a lot of the time. Why is no one helping me? Why don't I have a mentor? Why don't I have this? Why don't I have that? And you're going to start questioning yourself, which is never healthy and never ends positively. So please consider networking as an opportunity and a solid door of entry into whoever you want to become. If you're early, like I said, in the game or in who you're trying to become, a professional sense or a personal sense or a combination of each, then that's even more important to you. So getting into the networking game, meeting people, making people aware of who you are, what your skill sets are, and what you bring to the table can really open up doors in terms of future employment, company founding, professional relationships, and so much more. So if anyone needs any help, encouragement, a little nudge, questions about my experiences over the last year or two, meeting some influential people, perfecting a process of achieving greatness, I guess, through networking and through building new clients and new business relationships, feel free to reach out. Also, feel free to reach out for suggestions and future podcast topics and any questions that I can answer moving forward. Anywhere in terms of the Novazora Digital website, any social channels, either Novazora Digital or my personal Roman Prokopchuk social channels that you can find on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. You have Medium, you have my blog. I'm accessible anywhere on the internet you can find me. So until next time, guys, get out there, start meeting people, network, be great. Take care, guys. I'm out.
This podcast has been brought to you by Novazora Digital. Find out how Novazora Digital can help your company grow online. Learn more at novazoradigital.com. Until next time, all you digital savages.